Good morning, JJ and Daddy, Home Fitness, and today we have a full body workout for you. So, warm-ups are down below in the description. We did 2 circuits and a trunk stability finisher. So the circuit to begin with is going to be your pull circuit. I did 10 deadlifts from the floor with a sandbag. You can use a loaded backpack. Make sure the weight is pretty decently heavy. I did 10 normal deadlifts, and then I did 10 deadlifts with one leg crossed in back of the other. Right, this helps to zero in on those little hip rotator muscles and to get you focused on hip hinging in different arrangements with your legs and feet. Right, so you can do 15 to 20 for each leg, depending on how heavy the bag is, if you're crossing the leg and back. And if you're doing a normal deadlift, you could do anywhere from 10 to 20 deadlifts. It's up to you. That is followed up by a bent over high pull row. So you're in a bent over row position, grabbing the bag from the ends, and then just bringing your shoulders back first in that bent over position, keeping your back straight, chest out, and shoulders back to pull, and then elbows bend to bring the bag in towards the chest. That's anywhere from 12 to 20 reps, 3 counts on the way down, 1 count on the way up towards the chest. Then we have the climb. Then we have the up. Interval, which is going to be a swing interval. You swing the bag back between your legs, push your hips back, hip hinge back, bring your torso forward without folding over, keeping your back straight, and then thrusting the hips forcefully forward to bring the bag out in front of you forward, letting the arms swing back and forth, not using the power from your arms to lift the bag up, just letting the hips do the work to get the bag up out in front of you and swinging like a pendulum. That could be 30 reps or 30 seconds on a timer. Wow, all the way to the top. Grand Garçon. Big boy. Bravo. So that's one circuit. You could do that 3 to 4 times, then hop on to the next circuit, which is your push circuit. So your push circuit, you're going to do a step up. It's a lateral step up. So use a step or stairs. Go with the leg that's going to be weight bearing. However many steps up you feel comfortable, stepping up to get your feet together and then stepping back down. And try and get that step down and up as much directly out to the side as you can. Right? Maybe even when you step up, if you don't have room for both feet to go together, bring that foot that's non-working or the non-weight bearing foot in front of the weight bearing foot and then back down. Right? So we're always leaving one leg, one foot elevated on top of the step, and the other leg is the one that steps up and down. That's the non-weight bearing leg. And you can load that various ways. I just held the bag right in my my hand on the side that I was stepping up and down with, right? You could put it on a shoulder, you could wear a loaded backpack, you could front load it, It depends on how much weight you're using, and how comfortable you feel doing the motion. Number 2 is going to be from the push-up hack video, right? I did 1 minute holds. I did 1 minute hold at the middle of the push-up, at the bottom of the push-up, and at the top of the push-up. So at the top hold of the push-up was where I got that last interval in. The last interval was a mountain climber. So hit up some mountain climbers. I did 30 seconds of knees going across the body, right? So knee goes diagonal over to the opposite side elbow, and then alternating sides left and right like that. I did 30 seconds of that, and then I did 30 seconds of strict mountain climbers. Right, so you guys enjoy all that. The trunk stabilization, pretty simple. I did it in another video before. Side plank. So if you're in a side plank, put one foot on top of the step, put the other foot under the step, or if you don't have a step where you can bring your other leg under, you could just put it kind of in front of the step a little bit and bend the knee so it's not touching the step, and just hold there 20 to 30 seconds. Switch sides, another 20 to 30 seconds. Right? And the other movement I did is a little advanced. It's called the windmill. So we've done half kneeling windmills in the warm-up, right? Where you're reaching down towards the floor in a half kneeling, or one knee up in front, foot flat, and the other knee down on the floor position, right? And you keep reaching towards the sky. That's pretty much the gist of this movement. If you can do it without weight and keep your arm up towards the ceiling through the movement, right? When you come full standing, it'll be right next to your ear, and then when you reach down towards the floor, it'll be out to the side, but that one hand is always reaching up towards the ceiling, right? And you just push one hip out to the side. Try and keep that leg straight that you're pushing that hip out to the side to. If you have a wall that you can plant your hip and push your hip out into, or a marker like a chair like I use, that's perfect, right? Just to tap that every time you reach for the floor. And then when you stand back up, your hip should come away from the object and you should be standing tall, right? This is a modified version of a hip hinge. And it really helps us get into those rotators of the hip, to feel them, right? To feel them while we're working in a hip hinge, and to stabilize the trunk, right? We're not doing any rotating of the spine. Here we're just hinging at the hip and placing our torso into positions where we're not rotating, but our hips take care of the rotation so that we can move in those planes, right? Move in that space. All right, guys, that's enough for today. Enjoy the workout. JJ?
Papa?
Bye-bye. Have a great one.
Oh. Okay. Good. Oh. Okay. Good. Oh. Okay.